Welcome to my English class. Today we're going to discuss about inversion. This is the new lesson for today. Maybe you have faced this before in other subjects, but today we're going to see in English how this happens in English sentences. Learning outcomes for this topic, students identify inversion in different sentences or conversations, and students use inversion correctly while speaking and writing. There is a picture here that will help you understand how is inversion. Only when I am inverted can I think about inversion. This picture, upside down, shows you that inversion, it may be in this way. Let's see, only when am I inverted can I? Normally we would say I can. So as this picture says, expresses upside down, here we have. The word order changed because can normally would stay after I, but here we have put it before the pronoun. Inversion happens when we reverse or invert the normal word order of a structure, most commonly the subject-verb word order. The subject-verb word order. There are some cases when inversion is used. Here we have some expression such as barely, hardly ever when, scarcely, ever when, no sooner than, little, never, not only but also, only later, nowhere, only in this way, on no count, in no way, under no circumstances, nor, neither, not even once, not since, only by, on no occasion, only then, and seldom. After these expressions, directly after this happens the inversion. Let's see some examples, or let's do some practice. John had never been to such a fantastic restaurant. The expression is never, which I've emphasized. The tenses had been, and John is the subject. Never had John been to such a fantastic restaurant. Normally it's John had. When we invert, we do had John. Never had John been to such a fantastic restaurant. We had hardly arrived when Julie burst into the house. Hardly is the expression, had arrived is the tense, and we is a pronoun. These are the things that we should keep in mind. Hardly had we arrived when Julie burst into the house. Hardly had we arrived when, because this is a fixed expression, hardly when. I in no way want to be associated with this project. In this case, we should be careful and keep in mind the tense of the verb. That is want, present simple. Let's see how can we do that. In no way do I want to be associated with this project, because in this case we need an auxiliary one to help us invert. Do I want? They had no sooner eaten dinner than sailing crashed onto the dining table. No sooner than is the expression. And after this expression, we should invert. No sooner had they eaten dinner than the sailing crashed onto the dining table. No sooner had they eaten dinner than the rest is the same. They had met such rude people nowhere before. Nowhere, this is the expression. Nowhere had they, had they met such rude people before. He understood little about the situation. Little is the expression, but keep in mind the tense. Little did he understand about the situation. Because the tense of this verb is expressed by did, that's why we use understand here. Did he is the inverted part, understand about the situation. If here we use do because it was present simple, here we use did because it's past simple. So be careful. The children should on no account go on their own. On no account is the expression. On no account should children go on their own. What do you think? Is it difficult? The other case of expressions is by using these expressions only after, only by, only if, only when, not since, or not until. But here you should keep in mind or be careful because the inversion do not happen directly after these expressions, but it happens in the main clause when we see this in the second part or in the main clause. Let's see. Just a second. Okay. Only by working extremely hard could we afford to eat. So the moment that we see these expressions that we just mentioned before, only by, the inverted part is in the second one or in the main clause. Only by working extremely hard could we afford to eat. Could we? This is the inverted part. Could we? Normally we would say we could. The inverted part is could we. Only when we'd all arrived home did I feel calmer. Not since Lucy left college had she had such a wonderful time. Only after he had seen the Great Pyramid did he realize what an advance must have been. Not until I saw John with my own eyes did I really believe he was safe. You see, if you notice, the emphasized expressions and the inverted part. So the inversion happens at the second one or in the main one. Let's move. Inversion happens also with conditionals, should, were, had. For instance, if I were you, I would call the ambulance. This case we have second conditional because we have past simple, would, bare infinitive. To invert this sentence or this conditional, we need to omit if. So, were I you, I would call the ambulance. So, the verb is put before the pronoun. The second one, if she had been outside, she would have seen the comet. Had she been outside, she would have seen the comet. Next, we see inversion in adverbial expressions. On the table was all the money. Here comes the professor. And the last one is after so, plus adjective, or such or as. So beautiful was the girl that nobody could talk of anything else. So beautiful was the girl, the inverted part. Such are the moments of our lives. I'm interested in learning Spanish, as is my brother. Now, here I've given you some sentences in which you're going to invert and do the inversion. So, read these sentences carefully and send the replies with photo on WhatsApp or wherever you find it easy to send it to me. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and understood. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Thank you.